You are listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts, a podcast featuring two crafty besties who love true crime and a good cup of joe. That was like, delay. It's fine. We're good.
We're good.
And we're back. How's it going?
It's been a hell of a day at sea, sir. That's all I can think of. But it's been a week.
That was good.
Hell of a week. Yes, I'm full of movie quotes and song lyrics, just in case you guys haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. And when we were recording the last episode, I totally forgot to ask you, like, did you get to watch any of the Super Bowl halftime?
I watched the whole thing.
Fuck yeah. That's like the only reason I watched the game. I mean, I was looking forward to that halftime show.
I was glad that the Rams won.
I was like, California, what? I was like, hell yes. But also, yeah, my state lost. So, yeah, it was sad.
Yeah,
sad for my neighbors.
Oh, I'm sure.
Did I show you my coffin ring yet?
No.
It finally came in the mail.
Where'd you get it from?
Apparently
you sent it to me.
Apparently it came from fucking India.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it on Etsy and I ordered it for Halloween last year.
Oh.
And it just showed up a few weeks ago. So
I like it. I have a coffin ring.
I like it.
I have a coffin ring.
You do?
Yeah.
Why didn't I know that?
I don't know.
What? It's cool.
Where is it? That's my biggest question.
The question.
I'm gonna have to go searching.
I bet one of the kids took it.
No. I think it's in my special little jewelry box.
Oh.
My friend Whitney got me this box from Hong Kong when we were like 9 years old.
Oh.
And I still have it.
Go Whitney.
She never remembers anything. But if you're listening, Whitney, I love you and I still love my little jewelry box from Hong Kong.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah, here we are.
Word.
Episode 22.
Fuck, it is episode 22. Woo!
Raise the roof.
Woo woo. Okay.
We're doing things, guys. We're doing things. So, anyways, coffee I'm drinking from our old favorite Pete's.
Hell yeah.
I got the Las Hermanas.
Ooh, I have not had that.
I have my notes here. So it's a medium roast with milk chocolate sweetness and a satisfying creamy texture. And they are per usual fair trade certified.
Fuck yeah.
It tastes delicious. I like it a lot. And it's been keeping me going today. So I like it.
Yes. I love Pete's.
Pete's is good stuff, man. Let's see. So before I get to my art, I'm going to get to a different thing that I do for therapy.
Hell yes.
And I finally finished it. I started it last summer. This is how bad my time is, but it's absolutely wonderful.
Oh my God.
It's my Millennium Falcon.
Dude, is that Legos?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
It is 1,300. Let me see. I don't even remember. The count is on the box. I think it was like 1,358 pieces.
That thing is cool.
So it opens up. Got the little, even has these back here.
Oh my gosh. Dude, seriously, this thing, like, it's not just like a Lego build. This thing actually like has movable parts.
Yep. And Chewie is in here.
Yes, Chewie.
I got Han Solo. I've got C-3PO. Oh, and I got R2-D2. He hides in his little hole here with his guns. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Lando Calrissian is in here.
Oh my gosh. Desmond would lose his
ever-loving mind.
Oh my gosh.
No.
You know what? For his next birthday, I'm going to send him one of those. My sister's going to lose her ever-loving mind.
Because she's going to have to help him build it.
I don't know that she does anymore.
Or
I think he does it on his own now.
Or it's just going to take a while, so the pieces are going to be...
He would, like, lose his flipping mind, though. I don't think he has one yet,
So for those of you that don't know me very well, I am a huge nerd. But I don't just like regular Lego sets. I have every single one of the Walking Dead building sets made by McFarlane Toys. Todd McFarlane, if nobody knows, makes Spawn. He is a comic book
and if you don't
creator.
know what Spawn is, you need to look it up.
Yeah. So I have autographed things from him, and he even gave me a shout out on the Facebook one day. So yeah.
I'm laughing because I only have one signed comic book, and it's by Glenn Danzig.
Oh, amazing. That is amazing.
Pretty sure Dallas actually got that signed for me.
It sounds like something he'd do.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Satanica. Yeah. I need to find that. I gotta dig it up.
You gotta dig it out. You gotta get it. Might be worth something.
Well, yeah.
And then we come to my art.
Ooh.
Now, a lot of people would think it reminds them of something. I wasn't going for that something.
I mean, it does, but it also doesn't.
I just made the colors, and that's what I threw on there. So if you look closely, you got like cute little tentacles.
They're pretty.
And I have photos of the work, like from drawing to different parts throughout.
Very cool.
So these are my octopus tentacles. I love it.
Hell yeah.
I kind of want to recreate this one in different colors.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But that one was nerve-wracking, like going through each step, because I was like, how am I going to, liven it up?
Right.
So you can see through each photo transition the steps I took.
Right.
Color. So
one of my friends calls that, she just posted about it yesterday. She calls it getting through the ugly stage or something.
Yeah, because there really is, like, when you're making a painting,
right,
there are places in it you want to throw it away because you're like, this looks like shit. How am I going to make this look nice?
How do you make it look
it's all
good?
in the fine details in the end. And
it's literally the same as doing makeup.
Yeah, because you look like,
there's stages where you look ridiculous, and then all of a sudden it's like
blended.
Wow, it's not the 90s anymore. There's not a line right here where your tan colored face makeup doesn't match
your
neck.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate that stuff. It's gross.
So there's that.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Trigger warnings.
Oh boy.
I always have the bad ones, like really bad ones. You have bad ones, but sometimes
mine
I will
so
say
bad.
I will say no cannibalism this time, okay?
Shocker.
I know. This is my second episode in a row. No cannibalism.
I'm shook.
But sadly, there is rape, murder, restraint, decapitation, physical abuse to people and animals.
Oh God. Yeah, this could be worse than cannibalism.
Yeah, I really don't like the ones where there's sexual abuse and rape involved.
It really does.
Just makes me sick when I'm like doing the research, but these stories that we're putting out are really important to talk about and tell.
Definitely important.
So, I'm gonna put my reading glasses on.
Word. I really like those.
They're weird, but
they're cool.
Yeah.
Oh, did I screw that up? Don't mind
me. Oh no. Your knitting go askew?
I'm learning new stitches and I'm trying not to screw them up.
Gotcha.
So,
well, today we are going to talk about the Gainesville Ripper.
What?
Yeah.
Wild.
This episode takes us on a wild ride.
Bring it on.
It's a wild ride about a serial killer who was the subject and inspiration for the Scream movie franchise.
Hell yeah.
Which the new one just came out. It's still in movie theaters, I think.
I really like those movies.
I do too.
Okay, quick little digression. Sorry, guys.
All right, here we go.
Did you go with us? Do you remember going to see Scream 2?
No.
Or the original Scream?
I don't remember.
I think it was when Ashley was dating Ryan.
Oh.
It was a long time ago, but we took her to see it. And she was a screamer. And it was awesome.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Because the first one came out, I want to say, I have it in here. I talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I Google it? Should I use the Google machine?
No, don't use the Googler.
The Googler.
1996.
Okay.
Was the first one. So we had just been friends.
Yeah, it would have been the second one then.
Yeah, it would have had to be the second one.
But it was awesome. It was awesome.
Because she was a screamer?
Yep. Ashley, I know you're not listening, but just in case you are, you made that movie experience all that much better.
Well.
All right. Word.
The serial killer, aka the Gainesville Ripper, was originally named Daniel Rolling.
Sorry, you look like you're like a newscaster right now, and it's awesome. I love it.
We're here for the laughs, y'all.
Fuck yes, we are.
So Mr. Rolling was born in Shreveport, Louisiana on May 26, 1954, to a father who was a police officer named James and a mother named Claudia. Sadly, Rolling's father, James, was abusive and constantly told Rolling that he was unwanted from the moment of birth.
What a nice man.
Oh yeah, he's a piece of shit. And that's sad because he was working a job that is supposed to protect and save people, and here
Right.
he was creating violence in his own home.
Right.
We're one of the worst kinds of pieces of shit. Anyways, so he not only beat Rolling, but he beat Rolling's mother Claudia and brother Kevin often, and it was just for frivolous things that displeased their father. Rolling's mom made efforts to leave her husband, but always returned. It's kind of that same sad story of,
Right.
though, you know, on average, statistics say it takes 7 times for a woman to leave an abusive relationship before it actually sticks.
Right.
And that's awful and sad. There was one moment that Rolling's father pinned him on the floor and handcuffed him, told the local police to take him away due to how embarrassing he was as a son. And
Okay.
the police department he worked for just did it. But then again, it was like late 60s, early 70s.
Just yikes.
And yeah, so then he not only had a lifetime of abuse from the father, but the father also beat Rolling's dog until he died in Rolling's arms when he was like a older teenager.
Jesus.
So this kind of
That's
set,
a traumatic upbringing.
yeah, and it kind of set Rolling into a life of just not being able to live in society very well. So when he got older, he was arrested several times for robberies. That's kind of how he started his criminal path, was through robbing people.
Right.
He also got caught spying. He was a peeping Tom. So he'd watch women get undressed, and they didn't really say much about the incidences, but they said that he was peeping Tom and committed several robberies.
Thanks.
So that path kind of made it hard for him to hold a job, and he just couldn't handle society and the responsibilities of being an adult.
Right.
Fast forward to the year 1990, and in May, Rolling went to his parents' home and had an argument with his father. I guess they just decided to go at it, and he was a man now, so I guess he tried to stand up to his dad. But the incident got so intense that his father pulled out one of his guns and shot at him 5 different times. No, his father
Good
shot.
God.
Yeah, his father shot his own son. He didn't hit him, so I don't know if there was alcohol involved. Maybe he was drunk.
He was
what
just
have
bad
you?
shot.
I mean, you kind of have to be an okay shot to be a cop, but
That's true.
he was older, and but Rolling pulled out his own pistol and shot his father twice. But you're not gonna believe this. Father lost an eye and an ear during the altercation, but survived and didn't die.
Because he was too mean to die.
I think so.
That's my story.
He's a cockroach.
He is. A nuclear disaster couldn't kill him.
Don't be getting on this.
Are you kicking him off?
I kicked one off, but I think someone was trying to get on again.
Be like, sorry, y'all.
Sorry. So yeah, his father was a cockroach. He later died. I think he had a heart attack or something.
The heart took him out because he didn't have one.
Yeah,
Kidding.
pretty much.
But pretty much he didn't.
But this incident, coupled with all the robberies and peeping tomfoolery, kind of set off his acts of violence.
Okay.
So we went from May of 1990, where he had that intense moment with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're on August 24th, 1990.
Okay.
And Rolling in the early mornings broke into a college apartment building that was shared by Sonia Larson and Christina Powell. I believe they were 17 and 18.
Yeah.
When he walked into the apartment, he found Powell asleep on the couch, and he walked past her and didn't wake her, and instead went upstairs. He went upstairs to find Larson asleep in her bedroom. He taped her mouth shut and then stabbed her to death, all while Larson was fighting him off. She was trying to fight for her life, and she couldn't keep it together, and he sadly murdered her in her bedroom.
Jesus.
After Larson was murdered, he went downstairs and grabbed Powell, taped her mouth shut. Then he bound her wrists and behind her back, and cut her clothes off of her.
Mm-hmm.
He raped her and then forced her to face down.
Mm-hmm.
So her back was to him, and he stabbed her 5 times in the back.
Yikes.
Rolling decided to pose both the bodies in sexual positions and left them there to be found in provocative ways.
So disgusting.
And this nice little tidbit: before leaving the apartment, he decided he would take a shower and clean up so he was fresh for the day.
That's nice of him.
Yeah. Murder a couple girls, and then let's clean up and go out and live our life again.
Pretend we're normal.
Yeah. So the following day, on August 25th, 1990, Rolling went into another apartment, this one belonging to Krista Hoyt. He broke in by prying open the sliding glass door with a screwdriver.
Son of a bitch.
But she wasn't home.
Fucking hate. I mean.
So what did he do? He didn't just leave and go find another apartment. He sat in her living room and waited. And waited. And then when she came in, he attacked her from behind and grabbed her with a chokehold, duct taped her mouth, and then, like the other one of the other girls, the Powell murder, he bound her wrists together behind her back, cut off her clothes, raped her, flipped her over, or stabbed her in the back,
right,
like Powell. But instead of what he seemed to escalate each time.
Right.
So the first one, he didn't do the whole wrist behind back.
Yeah. That was his test run. And then he was like, wait, I can do it better.
Right. So then now, after stabbing her in the back, he flipped her over and cut her torso from her pubic bone to her breastbone.
Fucking fuck.
So like I said, trigger warnings.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but there's only one thing I can't watch, and it's people getting cut on TV. Good God.
Yeah. Well, gross fact, but you haven't lived unless you've seen your own guts.
Okay, but I can watch.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm saying.
No, I know you have. But like I watched a surgery once.
Yeah.
But like watching somebody get cut on TV really just fucking
It really
ooh.
Nothing, like I am not bothered by anything anymore. I'm so desensitized to what the body does. It's like I have no
Right.
ick factor
Yeah.
except for I don't like the sound of people vomiting.
Oh yeah. You would not survive in this house. It's not the vomit sound, it's the Dwight.
I know.
Dwight.
I lived there a week. I know.
Yep. Seasoned nurses they gag around him.
Oh.
When he does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I live with it.
Oof.
It's fucking gross. All right, carry on.
So after that grotesque moment, Rolling left and went back to his campsite. See, he had a campsite outside of the campus apartment
Jeez.
Area. There's like some tree lines, so he had a little tent and was hanging out there.
Question, was this like a campground or was it just like a fucking campsite he set up? Okay.
He just made his own little campsite.
This is like a little
outside. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So while he was there though, he couldn't find his wallet. So it gets worse, Heidi. It gets so much worse. He went back to Miss Hoyt's apartment.
Because fuck?
That was the last place he was. So he went back there to look for his wallet. It doesn't say anything about whether he found his wallet or not, but the wallet wasn't. I don't know if he got the wallet, but he was there and he decided to decapitate her head.
What the?
Because he was like, oh, well, here's the body still. So I'm going to cut off her head, placed it on her dresser, posed her body sitting on her bed with the head staring at her body.
It's been a while since I've seen anything on this case. So this is all like.
Right.
It's extra.
So he said that he did this to add shock to whoever found her body. Now, I don't know if you know this, but murder and rape alone would be shocking enough. Yes. Do we really need to defile this poor person's body? And
yeah,
it's sick.
It's gross.
He's just
fucking gross.
Sick human being.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Like serious heaves.
So wrong in so many ways.
Oh, whoa, what happened?
What'd you do?
Hold on.
Have we not been recording?
No, we're good.
Oh.
I don't know why my Siri just decided to work.
Oh.
I don't even have her turned on. Also, I have my do not disturb on, you dumb biatch. I'm talking to a machine. Okay, carry on.
Kafifi break.
Yeah, kafifi.
I don't know. Anyways. You were saying coffee in different ways, so I thought I'd bring that one out. So due to the shock and awe of these murders on this college campus, there had been a lot of media attention, and lots of students were taking more precautions, changing their routines, sleeping in groups. But also because it was in August, it was early in the semester. So a lot of people dropped out or transferred schools too. So there was a lot of movement.
Right.
A lot of people just getting the F out. On Monday, though, August 27th, 1990, so 2 days later, Rolling broke into another apartment using the same screwdriver in the same way as the other sliding glass door. So
right.
Now we have multiple similarities between everything. And this is the third apartment at the college campus.
Jeez.
He opened the sliding glass door and found a man named Manny Tabata. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I apologize.
How
if
is
I
it
screwed
spelled?
up. Taboada.
Taboda. I think I know somebody with that last name. Actually,
Taboada.
It's Taboda.
So he was asleep in one of the bedrooms, and Rolling found him, decided that he was just going to kill him outright, but there was a big fight. Like Manny, he tried to live, obviously. So during this struggle, Tracy Pauls, who was his roommate, was in the apartment as well. She woke up hearing the commotion and the fight between Rolling and Tabata.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to barricade herself in her bedroom.
Jeez.
And unfortunately, the barricade wasn't enough, and Rolling broke down the door and found Pauls. He taped her mouth shut, bound her wrists behind her, like the other females before her. He also cut off her clothing, raped her, and turned her on her stomach and stabbed her 3 times in the back. Rolling left Tabata in the same position he died, because he was a man, wasn't
Right.
he
didn't fit his
right. So but he positioned Paul's body in a sexually explicit position. The 4 females he murdered were all petite, white brunettes with brown eyes.
Not me. Yikes.
Not me. But they all resembled his mom. They all looked like Claudia.
Claudia.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I had to.
Claudia.
It's gotta be said like that.
So detectives in Shreveport, Louisiana contacted Florida authorities about an unsolved triple murder that happened November 4th, 1989, where William Grissom, his daughter Julie, and grandson Sean were attacked, and the female victim had been mutilated, cleaned, and posed sexually.
Interesting.
In these murders and the ones from Gainesville, because of these murders and the ones from Gainesville, a investigator from Florida looked into both cases, possibly having the same killer.
Right.
Now, Shreveport, Louisiana contacted Florida because of all the media coverage over the murders at the college.
Right.
So they were like, this looks far too familiar. So, and it was just a year prior.
Right. That's not that long.
So the similarities included the tape residue on the victim's body, what was used to clean the bodies, and the positioning of the victims, the female victims. Also, they found and tested fluids from both of the crime scenes, and they had type B blood.
Which I know a very few people who are
I'm pretty
B.
sure it's not.
Pretty sure that's kind of rare.
There was also a Crime Stoppers tip about a man who said some disturbing things to a couple from a church group, and the authorities looked into that man, and that man was none other than Daniel Rolling.
I mean, get him.
Right? At the time, Rolling had been arrested for a supermarket robbery, which was committed 10 days after the murders.
Shit.
That were found at the college apartment complex. So Once they found that Rawling had multiple convictions for armed robbery, they thought he could also be responsible for a bank robbery that occurred the day Krista Hoyt's body was found.
Oh, shit.
So they went back to the evidence in the locker from that robbery and found a gun, a screwdriver, a bag of money, and a cassette player.
Oh.
So they found the tools were the same ones used at the Gainesville murder scenes.
Oh my God.
That screwdriver that he used at the bank robbery, or had in evidence for that, was the one he broke into the apartments with.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he wasn't very bright. Like
Hey.
I would have been ditching my stuff, like not using the
Don't
same
use
stuff.
the same equipment, bro. Do it right. God.
Crime 101, I guess.
I mean, God.
So they also found tapes, because they had that tape player, and the tapes had like little diary video, like little recordings on them, and it made it clear that Rawling was admitting stuff about the murders.
He left himself voice memos, basically.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right?
Oh.
So in November of 1991, Rawling was charged with several counts of murder. The move forward, it took a few years, but in 1994, Rawling pled guilty to all of his charges because he wanted to have the notoriety and celebrity of serial killers like Ted Bundy.
Of course he did.
Because if you look at him, he's not a hideous looking man like Ted Bundy. You know, Ted Bundy wasn't hideous. They could have some charisma.
They had those moments. They were charming.
They were charming creeps.
Until you angered them, and then the darkness came into the eyeballs.
That's right. On April 20th, 1994, Rawling was sentenced to death row. Word. While on death row is when he started his correspondence with a woman named Sandra London.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So Rawling reached out to this woman named Sandra. She was a true crime novelist. And they communicated through letter correspondence at the time. The reason he reached out to her was because she had written a story about a man named Robert, quote unquote, Bobby Lewis.
Ricky Bobby?
Bobby happened to be Rawling's cellmate at Florida State Prison.
Okay.
Just a little backstory on Bobby. He was a criminal who specialized in ripping people off during drug deals and also did business burglaries, like commercial burglaries. Right. His crimes caught up to him in 1976 when he murdered another criminal and was sentenced to death for that crime. But interestingly enough, during his stint on death row, he had escaped by putting on a guard uniform and walking out of prison.
Well, that was easy.
So,
All right.
But he was captured a few days later and put back on death row. So I just thought that was an interesting little tidbit about that stupid man.
It is. I mean, it's kind of funny, honestly, if you think about it. Like, all he had to do was put on a guard's uniform.
I know, right? So while on death row, he had the roommate Danny Rawling. Rawling had admitted to killing the 5 students in Gainesville to Bobby, and I guess I don't understand. Maybe it was more details that Bobby gave police for this, but he had already pled guilty and was on death row. Rowling was, so I don't know why he would have to snitch and tell him, hey, he gave me testimony that, or he told me that he killed these people when he already said he killed them. But
Right.
but due to that information, he was transferred to a prison in Minnesota, and he just died of hepatitis C. So he never lived out his death row sentence.
All right.
Rowling and Sandra, through their correspondence, ended up starting a love affair.
Of course they did.
They started their prison love affair.
Gross.
And when you see this woman, I'm telling you, she's like, I don't know. She's like a scarier version of Vampira. If anyone knows who Vampira is.
I just am so, like, I don't understand the women that fall all over themselves over serial killers
or criminals.
They murdered people. They murder people.
If they get out, they're gonna murder you too.
Yeah.
This is not like rehab. They have serious mental disorders that cause them to kill.
There's something wrong in their brain that causes them to murder. Oh, I just sounded like I'm from Austin. Murder. Okay.
So Sandra, she was a self-proclaimed media queen and known for writing inmate literature.
Okay.
She also earned her living by publishing art and writings from killers, especially those on death row.
Okay.
Little tidbit about her, like why her history is important, shows a pattern. Because when she was younger, she was in a relationship with another serial killer, Gerard John Schaefer Jr., went by G.J. Schaefer. He was a former police officer and was in prison in 1973 for murders he committed while serving as a sheriff's deputy in Martin County, Florida.
Holy shit.
He was only convicted of 2 murders, but was suspected of many others. And he frequently appealed against his conviction, but privately boasted, verbally and in writing, of killing more than 30 women and girls.
Fucking Florida.
Yeah. But in December of 1995, Schaefer was stabbed to death in his prison cell. He and Sandra London released a collection of short stories together entitled Killer Fiction.
Oh boy.
And I'm guessing it's not really fiction.
Wasn't actually fiction.
Pretty sure it was probably his personal stories.
Yeah.
So from there, Sandra and Rowling's relationship had, originally started as a business deal, so she claims, with writing Rowling's story.
Right.
But publicly, they ended up proclaiming their mutual love of one another. The prosecution ended up taking the letters, their correspondence, and somehow bits and pieces of the letters were leaked out to the Gainesville Sun newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of that was in the news.
Damn.
There was pieces of explicit details from the murders.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude. And there's something wrong with her. Sorry. There is something wrong with her.
Over and over again, Sandra denied that her relationship was purely profit motivated and that they had a real relationship and they got engaged to be married.
Jesus.
Yeah. Sandra made many media appearances, including a Geraldo episode.
Aww.
Oh, Geraldo.
Oh, Geraldo.
Rolling's parents and others had concern over the relationship and felt that Sandra was using Rowling and his story to make money, but Rowling came to her defense right away. In a letter he wrote on February 23rd, he stated, "I love her, and it cuts me deeply to know there are people out there who have caused her pain because she finds something in Danny Rowling to love."
Oh. Just a little robotic there for a second, but yeah.
Oh,
it's okay. It all came through.
Good.
Robotics or not.
There was actually a pre-trial hearing where he sang her a song he had written.
Oh no.
And you can find the video of the performance on YouTube.
I was just gonna say, you're not
I
gonna
sadly
sing
watched.
it.
No, I'm not gonna sing it.
Thank goodness, because I can't handle that. I'd be.
But you can watch it on YouTube.
I don't want to. Ew.
It was weird and gross, the whole thing.
Oh.
Sandra and Rowling ended up writing The Making of a Serial Killer, the real story of the Gainesville murders. It was a psychological memoir, which included Rowling's confessions to 5 murders, along with other capital crimes for which he had not been charged.
Jesus.
The book was published by Feral House and was illustrated by 50 pictures hand-drawn by Rowling in prison.
Oh boy.
The confessions were published in a 3-part series appearing in The Globe, which was a newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sandra and Rowling were actually sued by the state of Florida under the Son of Sam law. It had been declared unconstitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court.
Good.
The Son of Sam law, for those that don't know, is a term for any law designed to keep criminals from profiting from the publicity of their crimes, often by selling their stories to publishers.
Yep.
Sandra is currently living out her days in Florida. She is 74 and continues to talk about her serial killer boyfriends. She continues to write and paint as well. And recently with the new Scream video or movie, she's been giving more interviews, I guess.
I want to go see it, but she shouldn't be allowed.
I know. They keep bringing up, I think she's still making money off of all of this.
Probably.
Rowling's death sentence was carried out on October 25th, 2006 by lethal injection. And Rowling has also been the subject of several written works. You can find them all on Wikipedia. His crime spree also inspired screenwriter Kevin Williamson to write the script of the 1996 slasher film Scream. And I don't know about you, but I really enjoy those movies and look forward to watching the newest one because you gotta love Ghostface.
I even like the spoofs on them. Scary Movie.
Oh, the Scary, yeah.
Shit's so fucking funny. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yikes stripes, right?
I need to watch those movies again.
I know, I was thinking about it. It'd be good. And I hear that a lot of the old cast members are in this recent one.
They're all back.
I know.
Deputy Dewey.
Right?
Yes, David Arquette. I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. We do.
Hell yes.
So, Daniel Rowling was quite a piece of shit. Again, came from a piece of shit home.
Yeah, he had a very rough start to life. And honestly, I'm not fucking surprised that he ended up the way he ended up.
But guess what? His brother didn't.
Well, yeah, not
No,
everybody ends up
not
in
everybody
shit.
does. Not everybody does.
But
I
nurture goes a long way.
I hope that Kevin Rowling is out there still. I didn't look into his history,
Yeah,
but I hope he's doing okay and alive and well. And I'm
hopefully.
sorry for your family
Hopefully he turned out
history.
okay. We don't know
Hmm.
for sure, but hopefully he did.
Hopefully you did. So,
Wow. Gnarly, dude.
yeah, I know.
I forgot a lot of the details to that case because I've definitely watched some stuff on it, but like, holy
Well,
shit.
and I knew about the actual college university murders. I didn't know he killed a family a year before
Yeah.
and tried to kill his dad.
Yeah.
I didn't know
no
about
idea.
that part. And I didn't know he had this crazy history of just robbing people
Right.
either.
Yeah.
So the only thing I knew about was I didn't know all the details of the murders, but
Right.
I definitely learned a lot through researching this case.
Yay.
Oh, I used Murderpedia, Crime Library, and Wikipedia.
Crime Library.
Yeah.
I have to look into that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Yikes, dude.
I know.
Yikes.
I feel like I need to go paint rainbows and butterflies now.
I mean, I'm working on this fucking hot pink hat right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue to do so, I think.
Okay.
I might go outside. I don't know.
Well, I'm building with the help of my parents, of course, I'm building a platform bed
Okay,
for
but
Haley.
can you please get this on video?
Oh, you want to have
Yeah, that's fucking
go?
awesome.
Okay, I'll do
I don't think people even know Kristen can build some shit, y'all. She can build stuff. She built a screened-in porch, but still, you can do stuff. I mean,
yes,
we can both do stuff. But yeah, that'd be super cool.
I can do all kinds of things.
Because you have your new Kristen got a new tripod thingy, but it might not be the right thing. But you can try it.
Might be able to screw it on to
something. Yeah. Even if it's from a distance, who cares? It'll be cool.
Yes.
We'll like time lapse it or something. Anyway. Anything else? Oh, I did want to say, did you hear about the little girl that got found after 2.5 years of being gone?
Yes, she was in the stairs of the dad and stepmom.
Fuck, bro.
And wasn't it the stepmom who like did most of the problems? I don't remember.
No, she's it was the non-custodial parents, her mom and dad. I don't know if it was stepmom.
I don't think it wasn't her mom. I think it was a stepmom.
But and the grandpa, the dad and the grandpa are both being held. Last I heard, they were both arrested. I don't know what's happening with the female. But thank goodness she was found and fine. She's okay, and she's back with her sibling, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
heartfelt stories.
Thank goodness stuff like that happens to make us all have that hope.
Yes.
Anyway, that it? That's it.
I think that's it. That's all I got.
We'll talk to you next time. Ta-ta.
For now.
Thanks for listening to Crime, Coffee, and Crafts. If you love our podcast, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. This helps us more than you know. If you really love us and want to support us, go to our website at www.crimecoffeeandcrafts.com. From there, you can join our Patreon, shop our merch, and find us on social media.